Hey folks, welcome back to the kitchen here at Mark Kelly Farm. It's time to do some dinner. Kelly is home from work, so we're going to do a recipe that we haven't done in a while. We're going to do some fajitas, so stick around. We'll show you how to make them. So this is a recipe I can thank my buddy Steve for. He used to make this all the time, and I really enjoyed it when we would get together and he would make them. So let's show you what this entails. So we're making Kelly some beef fajitas because she's not a fan of pork, and I'm going to have pork fajitas. And I do a princess trim for her, so there's absolutely no fat on that beef. So we've got that in the skillet with about a tablespoon of vegetable oil. And then we're going to add some of our fajita spice to the meat here. And if you don't know how to make fajita spice, I'll screenshot you that recipe right now, or just use your favorite. Now this is going to come together fairly quickly. I've got some green pepper, I've got some red pepper that I'm going to use in Kelly's for some color. I used some tomatoes in mine, so I'm going to go with the green pepper. And then we've got our onions from the garden. And if you don't know whether that little trick of wrapping those in a wet paper towel works or not, you can see that they are still beautiful onions. And how many days ago did we pull those out of the garden? It's been a while. So we're going to use the whites in with the fajitas, and we're going to use some of the greens to top them when they're done. So I'm going to trim these up and cut these up while the meat is cooking in the pan. Alright, Kelly's meat's got some fantastic color. So we're going to go in with the veggies now. Going to get hers with the red pepper and some of our onions. Just like that. And then we're going to mix this up until the veggies get tender. Basically a Mexican stir fry is what we're doing. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Kelly's is done. Time to do mine. Got my pork going in the pan, looking real good. The sugar in the fajita spice mix gives the meat a lot more color because it caramelizes on the meat, and we get that Maillard reaction, gives it a lot of good flavor. Now because this meal is so quick and so easy, that's probably why my buddy Steve used to cook it quite a bit, because after working 12 hours at work and then coming home and cooking dinner for the family, he probably wanted to get it done quick so he could kick his feet up a little bit. It is veg time, in with the green peppers and the rest of the onions. We're going to stir that up. The tomatoes go in dead last. We only want to warm those is all we want to do. Now if you left out the fajita spice, use a little soy sauce, maybe some oyster sauce in there. You'd have you a nice Asian dish. You could serve over rice or some noodles, or you could even throw some chow mein noodles in there and stir that up. That would be amazing. Use some sesame oil in there as well. Maybe a little hot chili flakes. Be a yummy Asian dish. Now of course you could also substitute any meat you want. Chicken, venison, elk, lamb, whatever you prefer would be good in this dish. All our veggies are tender, so in with the tomatoes. I cut that tomato in half and I squeezed all the pulp out of it, so all we have is the meat of the tomato in there. And then again, all we're going to do is warm this up. We'll be ready to go. Mine's going to stay in the pan till I'm ready to serve it up. Doesn't that look good? Alright, there's mine all ready to go. You can do this on flour or corn tortillas, but I prefer flour with this application because it holds everything I need. I'd need to eat way too many corn tortillas for this. A little bit of cilantro and maybe a squeeze of fresh lemon juice would really top this off. don't have either, but I do have some of our good habanero pepper sauce from this last year to spice it up a bit. There's Kelly's, a little sour cream, a little cheese, a little more green onion. And just like that, supper is done, folks. Very tasty, a two-handed meal here. So, hope you enjoyed the recipe. Hope you try it. Thank you, Steve. Always good. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here on Mark Kelly Farm.